to describe how I feel with you in my life. Because there's only one of you. Yeah, there's only one of you. I give you everything you need. I give you all the air you breathe. Always give the best to me. Yeah. I give you dreams for your awake.
Welcome, everybody. It's a pleasure to see you here today. As they marched in, I thought, who could ever teach a group of law students to line up and then sit down in an expeditious fashion? It's a skill that no university has ever matched. This is the 24th graduate I've presided over, my second one here. I'm a faculty member and I'm the dean of the law school. It was while this JD class was here that I was in my office one day and the phone rang and I thought, what's that? And I picked it up and it was the provost, and she said she wanted to come to my office. So I called my wife immediately and my wife said, "You're it." That was how I became dean. It's been a pleasure to be a dean with these students. We're celebrating today the graduation of 258 students who are getting various degrees, the JD, the JSD, the LLM degree, and the MLS degree. And I want to also acknowledge all of you who are here in person or online and celebrate the remarkable achievements of these students. I also will recognize the law faculty who are behind me and the staff who are all over this building who join in celebrating you today. And finally, I want to recognize one of our trustees, Cash Nickerson. He's got more titles than I do. He's a visiting professor of law. He's a JSD student. He's a member of our board of trustees, as I said, and he's a member of the WashU Law Board of Advisors. At this event, normally the provost would be here to shake your hand along with me shaking your hand, but the provost is recovering from surgery, and so Cash will be shaking your hands along with me today. My welcoming remarks will, no surprise, be brief. But before I make them, let me tell you about the ceremony. We will hear from the voice of the faculty, Daniel Harawa, who is to my left. Professor Harawa's scholarship focuses on race and the criminal justice system. His work explores how doctrine, institutional design, and litigation practice contribute to the subordination of people of color. His scholarship has appeared in various journals, including the California Law Review, the Georgetown Law Review, and the Georgia Law Review. After Daniel's address, two of our graduating class members will speak. The first is JD candidate Yusra Siddiq. Yusra graduated with high honors from the University of California at Riverside, where she majored in political science and international affairs. During her time at the law school, Yusra has actively participated in various programs and committees dedicated to promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion. She has been a member of the Diverse Attorney Pipeline Program, served on the board of the law school's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, and held the position of president of the South Asian Law Student Association. In addition, she served as a member of the Sexual Harassment Investigation Board of the university, where she handled Title IX cases. After taking the bar exam, Yusra is set to embark on her professional journey at Barnes & Thornburg's District of Columbia office, where she will focus on international trade matters. Yusra's family is here celebrating with her today, so I say hello to Yusra's family. Next, we will hear from LLM graduate Paolo Capello. Paolo is graduating today with an LLM in negotiation and dispute resolution and a certificate in business and corporate law. Paolo was born in Torino, Italy. While at the law school, Paolo was the LLM representative for the Space Law Society, one of the finalists in the client counseling competition, winner of the trial advocacy competition, and placed second in the LLM moot court competition. After graduation, Paolo will work for 3 months as a legal intern in California, after which he will return to Trento University in Italy to complete his degree, and also plans to take the New York State Bar in 2025. Paolo's family is also here celebrating with him today. Now, I'm going to ask my colleagues to sit down. So after the students' remarks, we will recognize each graduate. The graduates who are present will walk across the stage and, as I said, shake my hand and Cash Nickerson's hand on behalf of the university. There are a few other people who are going to pop up onto the stage to shake hands also. And they are people who have a connection with the law school or the university and have a relative graduating. And finally, I want to just say, as a reluctant, as you all know, but happy to be here, Dean, I'm very happy that we're here at this day. Hopefully, when you come up, you will smile for the camera when you shake my hand, without regard to what you may think about me. And then when you get on the floor, there'll be a second camera shot that'll be purged of me, so that you should smile for that one too. As you cross the stage, you will walk in front of the faculty and others who are here to witness to your achievements. Seated directly in front of me, and one of them, I think is here, are the members of the 50th reunion class. We are honored to have them join us. Let us welcome and recognize the class members of 1973. Please stand. Alfonso, you need to stand up now. Alfonso is also a member of the class of 1973. Today, he received an honorary degree from the university. He was Secretary of Housing and Urban Development and has specialized in trying to facilitate low-income housing for people in a long and distinguished career. Thank you, Alfonso. Each year, the SBA and graduating students vote to recognize an adjunct faculty member for outstanding teaching and service. And this year's recipient is Professor Cort Van Ostrand, a former student of mine. Cort, would you stand up? I remember a lot of things about Cort in my class, but the thing that I remember the most is I called him one day and called him Kurt. And he came up after class and said, no, it's Cort. So I've learned that. The SBA and graduating students also voted for the staff member of the school who is most deserving of recognition for outstanding service. This year, the award goes to Allison Smith, Assistant Director for Placement and Director of the Semester in Practice and Lecturer in Law. I invite Allison to stand to be recognized. The entire staff of Washington University has worked hard to make this day possible. I thank them for the support they gave you and to me during your legal education, the support they give you today, and the support they will provide to you in the future as alumni of this great school. Seated in full view or watching online are your splendid families, parents, partners, children, and friends. The sacrifices to get to this point were great, and we honor all of them. But easy is not the word I would use to describe being a law student. In the classroom as a student, we estimate that you collectively spent, for the JD students, 46,900 minutes, or 782 hours per student. For LLMs and NMLS students, we estimate you spent 16,800 minutes, or 280 hours per student. For a total of all of you of 55,460,000 minutes, or 91,000 hours in classes. Take a minute to absorb just how much time that is, and then add on for every credit hour in the classroom at least another, maybe, 3 hours of focused time on classroom material and homework. I am odd thinking about it. 158 of you spent some fraction of that time, maybe not every day, with me. That's the largest ever of a law school class, in one or more courses, and as you know, and this is no joke, I loved every minute of it. A number of you took virtual or hybrid classes with me during the dark hour of legal education. A special bond formed between you and me during our time together or online. And in some cases, this bond is also with your children. I'm thinking of Scott. I could also name a large number of you who came to, I taught all hybrid classes during the dark period, and some of you came to class faithfully. I'm thinking of Jack, of Dane, of Max, of Helena, of Caleb, of Cale, Drew, Molly, and even Richard. 110 of you took one of our 18 clinical programs, and another 95 participated in an externship program. And you made it to this end on this great day. But before we continue, I have to single one of you out as emblematic of all of you, and that is Tom Farrell. Tom took a number of courses with me. He and I have, as you know, a Navy bond. But he also is, and as you recognized, a great human being and an excellent student. His time as editor-in-chief of the Law Review, managing administrative chaos, reflects his naval training and maybe presages a role in some similar capacity someday, like being a dean. Today, as I move to introduce the faculty speaker, I want to acknowledge the passing of a great teacher for whom this award is named. And his name was David Becker, who passed away. He passed away last week. David made many contributions to Washington University Law School over his 50-plus years of teaching. He left a legacy of love and caring that resides in every Washington University student who had the privilege to teach and who learned from him. He leaves with us a legacy of passion for learning, teaching, continuous growth, and the law. The David M. Becker Professor of Law, the Student Bar Association's highest recognition of excellence in teaching, is given annually to a professor who demonstrates a passion for teaching and regularly contributes to the law school community. This year, the SBN graduating students awarded this to Professor Daniel Harawa. Please join me in congratulating Professor Harawa as I now invite him to speak.
Class of 2023, congratulations. And thank you so much for this incredible honor. I am humbled that you have chosen me to share a few words with you on this very special day. I'll try to get through my remarks without crying. I can't promise you that I'll be successful, but you knew who you were getting. As some of you know, as a lawyer, I've spent my career representing people accused and convicted of the most serious of crimes. And at times, the job can be incredibly difficult. You see the immense pain that one human can inflict upon another, and you see the harm that an imperfect legal system can cause to both individuals and communities. But in every single client that I've represented, there has been redemption to be found. Whether it's their kindness, their trauma, just their human fallibility, everyone has a story. And my work has reminded me all the time that the law as a discipline is a humanity, and that we as lawyers and legal professionals need to center humanity in all that we do. And so I thought today I'd share a few tips with you about how you can keep humanity front and center as you leave WashU and go on to do amazing things. So tip number one, remember your own humanity. I've met a great number of you, and I can tell you you all share some similar skill sets and attributes. You're smart, you're dedicated, you strive for greatness. But if you're like me, you can be hard on yourself when you fall short. Remember, you are human. You will stumble, you will get tired, and you will need help. And that's okay. The law is a caring profession, but you can't care for others if you don't take care of yourself. Do something that makes you happy, whether it's hanging out with your family and friends or not, whether it's exercising, reading a good book, or watching bad TV, and I have some recommendations. Floribama Shore is really good, by the way. Carve out some time to make yourself happy. We need you to be happy. Your career is a marathon, it's not a sprint, and you are just reaching one of your first mile markers, and hopefully you have many more to go. We need you to finish this race happy and healthy, and so do all you can to ensure that you're caring for yourself along what I hope will be an amazingly long and rewarding career. Tip number 2, appreciate the humanity of your clients, and I'm talking about corporate clients here too. Just as the law is a caring profession, it's a service profession. And most people turn to lawyers in some of the hardest times of their lives. Whether they're accused of a crime, they're settling the estate of a departed loved one, they're separating from a spouse, or dissolving a company, lawyers often have to act in times of crisis. Don't take it lightly that by hiring you, someone implicitly trusts you with their life or their livelihood. Someone, whether an individual or a company, turn to you with your skill set and your brilliance to get them through. And given the momentousness of that undertaking, you have an obligation to represent your clients with the utmost zeal, applying the highest ethical standards. Given the great trust they placed in you, you owe it to them to do all that you can, within the bounds of law, of course, to vindicate their interests. And finally, tip number 3, never forget that your adversary is human too. So in addition to being a caring profession and a service profession, the law is often an adversarial profession. And I'm sure a lot of you were told when you were younger that you should go to law school. You should be a lawyer. And it wasn't because you're smart, although you are. It's probably because you were smart-mouthed, hard-headed, and difficult. You can apologize to your families and friends after. Unfortunately, too many lawyers take those attributes with them into the profession. But you don't have to. You can change the narrative. You can disagree without being disagreeable. You can fight hard while being respectful. You can be kind without compromising your position or your morals. If anything, it'll make you a better and more effective lawyer, and probably just a better person, if you can figure out what motivates your adversary and try to reach them in a way that resonates. And I know you all can do this. I've seen you in the classroom. I know you all are opinionated. I know you aren't afraid to share your opinions. Some of you are less afraid than others. And I know for a fact that you know how to disagree. And I'm not talking about your group chats here, because I've heard those are a mess. But when I see you disagree in the classroom, I see disagreement at its best. Disagreement that's civil, that's thoughtful, that's respectful. Don't leave that behind in law school. Take that out into the world and make that a part of your professional identity. And so I wanted to end with this. This world can be scary. And you perhaps know that better than most, since a lot of you made the crazy decision to attend law school in the middle of a deadly pandemic. And at times, it seems we just careen from crisis to crisis with no solution to be found because we're more polarized than ever. And I'll admit, when I think about that, sometimes it makes me profoundly sad. But then I would get to go to work, and I'd get to engage with your intellect in the classroom. I'd get to know you as fully realized human beings in office hours or over coffee. I'd get to experience your smiles, your head nods, and hellos as I walk through the hallways. And in those moments, and I truly mean this, I know everything is going to be okay. That our profession, and indeed this world, is better for you being in it. I look forward to watching with pride as you all embark on what I'm sure will be amazing and varied and unexpected journeys. I think I can speak for my colleagues when I say we all do. And I also think I can speak for my colleagues when I say thank you and just how grateful we are that you chose us to share in your education. You all literally could have been anywhere in the world, but here you are. We will always be rooting for you. We will always be here for you. And I'll stop now because one of my former inspiring students, Yusra, has some words for you. But before I go, just make sure to take in this moment, take some time. I know you all are busy bees and you want to get to work on something else, but take some time, soak it up, thank your family and your friends, celebrate hard, but not too hard, get some well-deserved rest, and then get to work. Class of 2023, congratulations, we'll miss you.
Good afternoon, distinguished professors, administrators, parents, less successful siblings, and the class of 2023. Today, we celebrate a shared triumph. The class of 2023 began its law school journey at the height of the pandemic and the height of political unrest. Since the beginning of our 1L year, we have experienced a global pandemic, numerous acts of racial violence, and the attack on women's bodily autonomy. Rather than becoming disheartened by such circumstances, much of our class seized the opportunity presented by such incidents to advocate for a fair and equitable legal system. It has been my honor to witness the class of 2023 exercise their privilege to speak on these issues. The past 3 years has been a roller coaster ride for all of us. As a result of living and learning during a pandemic, we have continuously adapted and overcome new challenges. Although attending our 1L classes on Zoom was not ideal, it still provided us with ample opportunity to experience the infamous and long-standing tradition of cold calls. Despite numerous hours every day on Zoom, we somehow kept our spirits up and learned to cherish even the smallest interactions with one another. Every day at school was made easier and more enjoyable by our strong sense of community, our unspoken commitment to help one another out, and our mutual hatred of the undergrads infiltrating the law library. It's been incredible to watch our class support one another, comfort one another, stand up for one another, and share each other's joys and heartbreaks. We have served as mentors to the 1Ls and the 2Ls, aspiring law students, and most importantly, one another. The bonds we have all built with each other, especially at our bar reviews, are something I hope we can continue to cherish for many years. We are also indebted to everyone who supported us along the way. The faculty prepared us to go out into the world and expanded our minds. The staff and administration worked tirelessly to organize events that enriched us personally, professionally, and academically. Most importantly, we are forever grateful for our family members, our pillars of strength when we needed it most. I want to give a special acknowledgement to my parents for their unwavering support and guidance, especially that of my mother, and in honor of Mother's Day. Mom and Dad, they're sitting right there. Thank you for supporting my educational endeavors despite facing stigma and criticism. You have shown me and your community that a daughter's education is something that is to be celebrated, not regretted. I owe my conviction to pursue my passions and break barriers to your unwavering love and support. Walde, आपकी हिमायत और कुर्बानियों के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you for everything. Lastly, I'd like to remind us all that in this celebration, we are not celebrating a successful end to our legal studies. Rather, it is from here that we will commence our legal professions and begin to honor the legacies that have been left for us. As we embark in the journey in this world, let us keep alive the spirit of WashU's core value, per veritatem vi, which instills strength to truth. Fortunately, we need not search far to find inspiring examples of how to honor this value. Today, we are privileged to sit amongst individuals who have exemplified the spirit of service during their time at WashU Law. We are in the company of students like Nicholas Armstrong, who has devoted numerous hours to promoting sustainable housing practices that have had a direct impact on the residents of St. Louis. Jill O'Brien, who has worked tirelessly to make legal services accessible to underprivileged communities, specifically to those experiencing homelessness. And Umit Sajjan, who, thanks to her efforts, countless students now have access to resources and support they need to succeed in public interest. Sorry, guys. As graduates of this law school, we have a special responsibility to voice the truth because we will have more chances than most to make a difference in this world. The challenges that confront humanity today are ours to embrace, and it is our solemn duty to ensure that the privileges bestowed upon us by our education does not only benefit ourselves, but also those around us. Fellow classmates, it was an honor to speak today, but it is an even greater honor to be part of such an extraordinary group of individuals. Congratulations. Today marks the beginning of our next chapter. Let's write it with purpose, passion, and perseverance. Thank you.
I'm the last one speaking, so dear class of 2023, we can finally say it, we made it. Despite being the youngest LLM student, it's an honor for me to represent all the LLM, MLS, and JSD graduates in this day that constitutes a remarkable milestones for our careers and for our lives. First of all, I would like to thank the people without which all of this would have not been possible. Thanks to the law school dean, Professor Osgood, and to everyone who tailored this program that guaranteed us to study in one of the most prestigious law schools in the country. Thanks to the faculty and staff of the international and graduate programs, who never fail to assist and help us, and organize incredible activities throughout the whole year. We really appreciate what you did for us and the commitment in what you do. Thanks to all the professors, your passion for the law and your commitment to educating the next generation of legal professionals have made a profound impact on all of us. Thanks to the JD students, not only the one graduating today, but all of you. You welcomed us in your classrooms and helped us with your experience. And finally, last but not least, thank you, WashU, for giving us the opportunity to live an unforgettable experience and for making us feel at home, even far away from home. As we gather here to celebrate our graduation, I am reminded of the many challenges that we faced and the obstacles that we overcome to get to this moment. We have sacrificed time away from our families, friends, and loved ones, spent countless hours over case law and memos, and pushed ourselves outside our comfort zones. But we did it. We made it to the finish line, and we should be incredibly proud of ourselves. We all came from different corners of the world, with different backgrounds, experiences, and aspirations. But from now on, we will all have something in common. We are alumni of the Washington University School of Law. It's our duty, therefore, to bring back to our countries and to our communities the light that we ignited here in St. Louis by becoming the agents of the change that we aspire to be, without ever forgetting the responsibility that comes with our education. As we move forward from this moment, let us carry with us the lessons that we learned, the friendship that we made, and the experiences that have shaped us. I'm personally bringing with me a countless number of memories that I will not easily forget. And I have to admit that I'm already feeling nostalgic about my time here in St. Louis. However, I'm excited for what the future holds for us. This is the start of a new chapter. Many of us are going back to our countries to work or to continue with our studies. Others will stay here, and yet others have no clue of their plans yet. It doesn't matter, because we can all face the future ahead with pride and consciousness of our value. We've achieved so much, but our journey is far from over. In closing, I want to congratulate once again for this remarkable achievement. We worked hard to get here, and our dedication and perseverance have paid off, thankfully. I'm convinced that we will make a difference in this world, everyone with his strengths and uniqueness. And I look forward to see all of our accomplishments in the years to come. Congratulations to us, class of 2023. We can say it once again, we did it. Thank you.
So I thank Daniel for a characteristically warm and authentic speech, and I thank Yusra and Paolo for their speeches. Now, we're going to recognize everyone who's graduating by having them come across the stage, and Associate Dean Elizabeth Walsh will be on the right, and you'll come up, and Trustee Cash Nickerson and I will be on the left, and we'll shake your hand, and you'll have your pictures taken. So.
Paolo Capello. Yusra Hamida Siddiq. Gavin Brock McGimsey. Jeremy Michael Hoffman. Celia Kuhn. Now presenting the candidates for Juris Scientiae Doctoris. Rasha Ibrahim Al-Sugair. Wei Jia Cao. Hong Yu Chen. Yuan Feng. Zhao Yi Li. Tian Zhu.
Now presenting the candidates for Masters of Laws in Intellectual Property and Technology Law.
Samson Holarsukanmi Dada. Rachel Michelle Sharon. Miao Zhang.
Now presenting the candidates for Master of Laws.
Rawan Fahad Al-Bishri. Abdulaziz Al-Harthi. Raleb Mohammed Al-Khatani. Wanqi Bai. Fei Chen. Jiali Chen. Jingwei Chen. Wang He Chen. Yuqi Chen. Jiamen Chang. Yunfan Cheng. Maria Paula Cortez Gomez. Miao Che. Lei Deng. Yulin Fang. Shannon Lynn Fruth Runjit. Runyu Fu. Weixing Fu. Mingjun Gao. Yachi Guo. Shu Yue Han. Zhi Yawei He. Yifan Huang. Liqi Jin. Wang Liu Jin. Xingran Lai. Han Li. Jiantao Li. Nuo Li. Tanru Li. Yan Li. Yueming Li. Konglin Liu. Jingwei Liu. Yang Liu. Mathilde Loiseau. Yiwen Lu. Zhenyue Ma. Yuanchen Ni. Chen Yue Chu. Mahili Rojas, Jingyi Shao, Fangyuan Sheng, Haolan Shi, Yishin Sun, Rika Tamiwa, Zewei Tan, Yanyan Tong, Kong Wang, Lin Wang, Sangwei Wang, Fan Wu, Jiayi Wu, John Yu Wu, Tong Wu, Yan Tao Wu, Yu Yang Wu, Jiahuan Shi, Xiaojie Sha, Bowen Xiao, Jiasheng Xie, Hu Luo Xing, Yiran Shu, Jiaxi Yan, Zheng Yan, Pei Wan Yang, Si Yang, Shen Yuan Yang, Afia Jamea Dugu Yaboa, Xinxi Yu, Ping Yuan, Zi Yuan, Zheng Chao Zheng, Hao Qian Zheng, Nan Nan Zheng, Qianheng Zheng, Yiqi Zheng, Zhouyuan Zheng, Ziyu Zheng, Zifan Zheng, Jiayi Zhou, Zhengye Zhu. Now presenting the candidates for Master of Laws with a concentration in negotiation and dispute resolution. Omar Al-Ghamdi, Hamad Abdullah Al-Okhaili, Majid Ali Al-Otaibi, Chiara Battisti, Adele Bachi, Tian Chan, Shubankar Makul Chamote, Matan Ezer, Samar Omari, Bai Chao Ju,
Now presenting the candidates for Master of Laws in U.S. Law.
Mohammed Abdel Salam, Ana Lucia de Hoyos Marquez, Yuan Feng, Yuan Gao, Xinyi Gu, Bowen Ji, Shujun Jin, Xuan Jin, Hongkai Liu, Mariana Mergarian, Carlos Misria Masri, Kaylee Marissa Ing Cheng Hin, Christina Oliveira Dutra, Julio Cesar Ruiz Benitez, Anna Volodchenko, Jueling Wang, Yao Wang. Now presenting the candidates for Master of Laws in Taxation. Michelle Nicole Daly Peters. Patrick Sejin Park. Elizabeth A. Tobin. Now presenting the candidates for Master of Legal Studies. Francesca Karen Abigail Aguilar. Sonia Alegria. Mahi Booth Hodges. Olivia Dillon Bradley. Suzanne Wildry Bragg. Tamia A. Broom. Kimberly Sue Bynum Smith. Larnice Roxanne Carter. Pam Charion. Shi Huan Ken Chen. Mary Kathleen DiTrolio. Grigori Duralov. Davalis Elam. Mary L. G. Esquivel. Erica Estrada. Fadra Carson Foster. Orzi Funta Bulingi. Ethan Gage Francois. Sydney Frankel. Kristen Salee Gaines. Lauren K. Greenlee. Christine Haberly. Matthew Harkin. John Wells Hayden, Jr. Tanisha Aliyah Hickman. Teresa Hines. Lori McCall Hostetler. Amanda Huang. Sean Francis Hutzel. Deetra Fitzgerald Jenkins. Shabri Monet Jones. Najam Khan. Cassidy Ann Lesher. Bart Nelson Miller. Fitzgerald Angu Mofor. Salih Murphy. Bushiku Jeanette Page. Tanisha Monet Perry. Shireen Love Pope. Gloria Rosali Rivera. Sam Sally. Claire Slomsky. Yasmin Spears. Nicole N. Sun. Georgia Marie Arabi Talania. Neutral L. Toodle. Jason Nicholas Wessels. Idalis Williams. Casey Michelle Worth. Now presenting the candidates for Master of Legal Studies in Taxation. Benshana Janae Kwan. Monique Michelle Taylor. Now presenting the candidates for Juris Doctor. Eitan B. Agagi. Edward Ahansi Ahanmisi. Keval Harshad Amin. Cade Anderson. Jocelyn Casey Anderson. Nicholas Ethan Armstrong. Joshua Cole Bailey. Christian McKinley Baker. Michael A. Barker. Jackson Bernard Barnett. Eva Marie Bedoin. Chase Bortel. Kale C. Boucher. Reese Leonard Bourne. John M. Bradley. Leo R. Brenneman. Alexander Scott Brewer. Nolan William Bry. Olivia Virginia Brick. Zachary Richard Bukta. Salome Bordelaze. Helena Zoe Burns. Samantha Kathleen Campbell. Morgan Nicole Carico. Andrew Scott Cavarno. Agnish C. Chakraborty. E. Chen. Jessica H. Clack. Allie A. Countin.
Elsie Crosdale Klusky.
B. Charles Daly, Jr.
Don Daniel.
Kylie Marie Densmore Slinkman. Matthew Deutsch. Isabella Dexter. Cody B. Dickerson. Catherine E. Doman. Theodore Tsukasa Dunn. Jennifer Lee Hughes Edwards. Atim Ekpi. Molly Noel Ellisor. Alexander Aaron Irvin. Casey Noel Irvin. Sarah M. Eschera. Thomas Reed Farrell. Abigail Carol Faust. Yehuda Feldman. Dominic Anthony Ferrante. Richard S. Figelman. Jason D. Floyd. Naomi Juliana Forbes. Madeline Melissa Fries. Kyle Joseph Fry. Catherine Claire Galvin. Colby L. Gardner. Drew Anthony Gaiman. Thomas Michael George. Thomas J. Giacobi. Molly Elise Goldfarb. Clara Rebecca Goodwin Ferris. Maria M. Graham. Adam Cameron Gray. Margaret Howland Green. Isabel R. Guarilia. Michael Warren Gunther. Jongju Ha. Thomas Hand. Daniel Tyler Harrell. James E. Harrington III. Jeffrey Hassan. Emma V. Hauber. Caitlin Marie Hawkins. Liam Martin Healy. Hillary A. Henning. Philip Joseph Herman. Dane Robert Hickson. Christian Hockhausler. Zachary A. Hallstrom. Danielle Nicole Hoyer. John O. Huddleston. Jack Henry Huseman. Morgan A. Hutchinson. Matthew R. Hutchison. Veronica Jane Inkenbrandt. Ezra Isaacs. Megan Kiono Ito. Parth Jane. Jianan Jiang. Yang Jin. Jackson Christopher Jones. Eric Justin Kaletka. Edward Maxwell Caracal. Mackenzie C. Carbon. Helen Elizabeth Call. Wafa Fatima Kazmi. Maggie Keller. Farzan Koshravan. Annie Kokalari. Catherine Julius Costal. Peter Simon Kotecki. Andrew J. Kruger. Marcus Leo Laws. Rachel Her Levitt. Wan Suk Lee. Paige E. Lehman. Lucas R. Lemkool. Yunji Liu. Caleb Lee Logan. Sarah Medley Lowe. Maxwell Frank Mahari. Sean Mangan. Charles Thomas Manning. Ellen M. Mannion. Ebony A. McKeever. Michael McWaters. Fan Yi Meng. Marcus Anthony Meyer. Tiffany Mintu Middlemass. Boyan Tihomirov Mihailov. Cameron Stewart Miller. Sean Zaro Milligan. Mary E. Morgan. Michael Anthony Morris. Yassine Morshed. Luke E. Mouton. Jeremy E. Murphy. Emma Lynn Murray. Britton Noss. Kaylee M. Nardi. Patrick Hunter Nolan. Jill Ellen O'Brien. Christiana Jasmine Ogletree. Elena Alicia Ordonez. Emmanuel Use. Joseph Norbert Tarkowski Oswald. Harry K. Ouyang. Key Park. Carson Todd Perot. Craig Alexander Peters. Carter Jeffrey Phillips. Chevelle C. Powell. Ruben Pradhan. Madison D. Rector. Shelby Sierra Reese. Nathaniel L. Rice. Margaret Kathleen Rick. Anna L. Robson. Nathan Andrew Rogers. Hugh Walton Ronald. Kelly Victoria Rowan. Jonathan Douglas Rowe. Amit Kaur Sajan. Julian E. Scott. Jacob Buell Seeley. Samuel J. Surfety. Jay Shah. Malak S. Shaheen. Nicholas K. Schamberger. Patrick R. Short. Anya Gabriela Silva. Ryan K. Sim. Daniel J. Sotos. Nicole A. Stankus. Lydia Rebecca Stewart. Kristen Nicole Stokes. Derek S. Story Lee. Jordan M. Stout. Kyle R. Stutzman. Nevin Sussman. Natalie Swatowski. Erica Leilani Takase. Marina Tallman. Joshua I. Taylor. Ashlyn Elizabeth Timmerman. Ryan Eric Tipton. Olivia R. Varnado. Maria C. Villegas Bravo. Olivia Rose Wall. Ya Wong. John Charles G. Ward. Madeline McCoy Warren. Caleb Louise Washington. Karis E. Watt. Connor Nathan Wax. Thomas Arthur Whittington. Siri Taylor Wilson. John W. Wilson IV. Anna N. Wright. Willa Tian Wu. John W. Yeager II. Ue Young. Alyssa Roxanne Young. Nathan P. Young. Jimmy Yuen. Sarah A. Zanola. Shuyi Kirsten Zhang. Yi Zhang. Zhenyan Zhang. Aubrey Ain Zimmerling. Christopher Ian Kim. Fatima Mobin. Now presenting the candidates for Juris Doctor and Master of Laws in Taxation. Christopher Allen Williams. Now presenting the candidates for Juris Doctor and Master of Business Administration. Kirthi Boru. Isa Paul Cook. Now presenting the candidates for Juris Doctor and Master of Laws with a concentration in negotiation and dispute resolution. Owen Flomberg. Now presenting the candidates for Juris Doctor and Master of Social Work. Claire Colin Comey. Yinzhang Qian. Yang Yuan. Dirk Marinus Ruscum.
Nicholas Nadal.
Chu An Chai. Jude Amechi Odia.
This is the class of 2023. Class of 2023, you joined a strong network of WashU Law alumni. Like the classes before you, you'll be practicing law in 29 states, the District of Columbia, and several countries. You are starting your careers at the largest law firms, boutique law firms, companies, and about 30% of you are serving in public interest jobs. I know all of you take seriously the responsibility to serve your communities, the country, and the world. Some of your fellow colleagues have chosen public service careers, and I'll just name a couple of them. Claire Comey is going to be a fellow at the American Constitution Society in Washington, and Phil Herman is going to be in the NLRB Honors Program in St. Louis initially. But this is only a start. Everything you have learned and experienced over the last few years was all a preparation for the next big thing. And whatever that is for you, the faculty and staff of the law school are honored to have shared this time with you. Don't be a stranger. Come back and share your learning with future WashU law students and admitted students too. We invite all of you to a ceremony in the Crowder Courtyard for light refreshments. And now, will all the graduating students please rise? You came here from all over the United States and the world, and they both need you to go out and make this a better, happier, and more just place for all people and for our beautiful earth. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Now, right after this ceremony, the Olin Business School is going to have a graduation. Last year, they were before us, and they ran 3 hours over. We're on time. So a final congratulations and thanks to everyone who's here. And if you'll be so kind, the faculty and the rest of us on the platform will exit, and then we'll see you all over in the law school afterwards. Thanks.